my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie. If you're in a relationship, you know exactly what day is coming up this weekend. That's right, Valentine's. It's a celebration for lovers around the world. Besides gifts and flowers, chocolate should be a part of it. I have an amazing dessert that is perfect for this event, although it can be enjoyed anytime. In today's episode, I'll show you how to make my Dulce de Leche chocolate parfait. What an incredible sweet treat to have. The combination of chocolate and Dolce is deliciously perfect together. It's a great dessert to make for the occasion, plus it's easy. So my friends, let's get cooking.
First, we'll start by making the Dulce de Leche by simply placing a can of sweetened condensed milk in a large pot of boiling water. I like to place it sideways so the can rolls during the process, cooking evenly. Make sure there are no dents on the can, okay? Now we'll let it simmer for about 2.5 hours on medium heat. Keep an eye on the water level so the can is covered at all times. When time is up, we'll carefully remove the can from the pot and let it cool completely. Meanwhile, we have a lot to do. Therefore, let's take care of the chocolate pudding. We'll either chop the chocolate or, like I do, shave it. When it's shaved, it melts better and faster. So, we'll end up with slivered chocolate and set aside for now. Next, in a small bowl, we'll add granulated sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, some instant espresso coffee. The brand I'm using is this one. It's fabulous. And a little bit of ground sea salt. We'll give a little whisk to blend the ingredients and set aside as well. Now, in a small bowl, we'll combine egg yolks with pure vanilla extract. Do me a favor, do not throw away your egg whites, because you can use them for a nice, delicious white omelet. Who knows, maybe someone can have breakfast in bed this weekend. So we'll combine these 2 ingredients very well and set aside. Alright, so in a medium saucepan over medium heat, we'll add milk. And then, using a fine sieve, we'll sift our cornstarch mixture. Doing this step will prevent getting lumps in the chocolate pudding. We'll whisk the ingredients and bring the mixture until it just starts to simmer. While it's getting warmer, we'll make some sort of a donut with a dish towel. This is a great trick for tempering the eggs, especially when you work by yourself. It makes it stable. And yes, I changed my bowl. It was too small. So when the mixture is very warm, we'll slowly temper the eggs by pouring it a little bit at first, whisking constantly. This is a step you don't want to rush, and if you do, you'll end up with cooked eggs. Not really the result we're looking for. Then we'll whisk in more as the egg temperature increases. So, a couple ladles later, we'll transfer the mixture in a saucepan, whisking continuously, and we'll reduce the heat to medium-low before adding our shaved chocolate. We'll whisk it vigorously into the mixture until blended, and then remove from the heat. To this, we'll add another ingredient, butter, and whisk it until well incorporated. We'll transfer the pudding to a large bowl and place some wax paper on top, making sure it touches the surface to prevent a skin formation. We'll let it cool off for about 30 minutes. So, half an hour later, we'll spoon the first layer of the chocolate pudding. Now, depending on the size of the dessert cups you'll be using, you'll have to add accordingly. We want to alternate between chocolate pudding and Dulce de Leche pudding, starting with chocolate and ending with chocolate as well. Mine were quite big, so I only did 3 layers. Talking about Dulce de Leche pudding. Do what I say, don't do what I do. Because while the chocolate pudding was cooling off, We could have started making it. So, in a saucepan, we'll add the Dulce de Leche along with milk, and I'm using 1% here, and heavy cream. Next, we'll put the 1/4 cup of cornstarch in a fine sieve and sift it, just like earlier. This will prevent it from getting lumps. Then we'll set up the heat to medium and whisk the ingredients until well combined. At first, the Dulce de Leche will be a big block. But as we whisk and the mixture warms up, it will break down and blend with the rest of the ingredients. Now, we'll get our eggs ready and add vanilla extract. We'll whisk these two ingredients very well and set up our little donut with a dish towel. Now that the Dulce de Leche mixture is warm, we'll do like we did earlier and temper the eggs, adding a little at first and more as the temperature rises. Then we'll add the warm eggs to the saucepan, stirring constantly until the mixture thickens and becomes a pudding. We'll remove from the heat and place some wax paper on top, touching the surface so there's no skin formation. And like the chocolate pudding, we'll let it cool off for half an hour. When it's cool enough, we'll add the second layer with our Dulce de Leche pudding. We'll level it out using the back of a spoon and then add other layers, alternating between these two. As I mentioned earlier, I should have used a much smaller and taller food vessel. The visual effect would have been much better. So we'll finish the top layer with chocolate and then add a dollop of Dulce de Leche pudding right in the center. Then we can add a few coffee or espresso beans, or even a chocolate heart for garnish. And my friends, this is our Dulce de Leche chocolate parfait. This unctuous dessert is a great recipe to have on hand. It's perfect for Valentine's or any time you crave Dulce de Leche and chocolate together. Easy to make, this is a delicious sweet treat that everyone will enjoy. I hope you give it a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!